Hey, what's going on, guys? I just got back from the Apple Store and we just picked up the all new iPhone Air. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to just do a quick unboxing and then I'm going to compare it to the iPhone 14 Pro, which I've had for about 3 years now. And we're going to see whether or not it's worth the upgrade. So let's go ahead. Let's get started with the unboxing. So first things first, this box is super thin. I'm sure you've seen all the other unboxings on YouTube. So we're just gonna go ahead and open this thing, and love the little adhesives here. This is kind of nice. Just gonna pull the phone open. Wow, can't get that open. All right, and we're met with the iPhone. And as I pick it up, the first thing I notice is just how thin this thing is. I did see it at the store, but just holding it in person at home, I could just see just how different this phone is compared to the 14 Pro, which I'm holding in my right hand. So I don't know if you can see this on camera, but I'm gonna hold it up and let's see if we can get that. So it's very, very thin and it is super light compared to the 14 Pro. So let's go ahead. Let's take off the sticker. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. We'll pull this off. All right. And there we go. Anything else in the box? We get the braided charging cable, some paperwork, and that's it. Nothing else to the unboxing. We'll move this aside. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up the phone. I do want to compare a couple of things. So people were complaining about the speakers, saying that they weren't that great since there are no stereo speakers on this phone. Also, moving from 3 cameras to 1 camera might be a bit of a downgrade. We'll see if that's the case. I do like using the ultra wide camera on the 14 Pro. I don't think I use the telephoto as much, so I'm okay leaving that out. But it would have been great to see 2 cameras on this phone. But we're going to go ahead and test that out. So let's go ahead. We're going to set up the phone. As soon as we set it up, we'll come right back and we'll do a quick comparison test and see whether or not it's worth the upgrade. Again, this is first impressions, so we'll go from there. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to turn the phone on. This thing is it's so light, I'm scared to break it. It's kind of insane. It is bigger in terms of screen size from the 14 Pro. You could definitely see that on camera, but it almost feels a bit fragile. So I'm a little afraid to break it, but let's go ahead. We're going to turn the phone on and see when this thing boots up. That's amazing. It's almost as thin as the charging port. I don't like that the charging port is not as aligned. Let me move out the way, make sure this can pick up the phone. No, we weren't able to get it. Okay. So yeah, the phone is super thin. One thing that I'm not sure is whether the charging port is aligned. Looks like it's a bit pushed down than it should be. But anyway, we got the phone on. Let's go ahead and set this thing up. We're going to just fly right through this. Looking for nearby devices. Great. So it's just going to pull all my information here. Continue. So we're just setting this up. Now it wants me to scan. Great. Set up for me. And we need to set up passcode. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, this will be great if I can use without fully setting it up. We'll see what the iPhone setup tells us that we need to do. We'll go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi. So this is activating the phone now. One thing that I was trying to avoid was having to switch over completely to this phone. I did order a screen protector and a case because I don't know. This thing is a bit too fragile for me to walk around outside without a case. I know it defeats the purpose of having the air, but at least for the first couple of days, I just want to make sure I don't drop this thing. But so far, just using it, I think I'm gonna love just how light and nimble this phone is. All right, so it wants me to update the software. We're gonna skip this. We'll update later. We'll go ahead and go through the menus. We'll set all this stuff up later. We'll transfer data later. All I want to do right now is test the speakers, test the camera, and just give you my first impressions and see what I think. So let's go ahead and agree to the terms and conditions. So finally, we're at the home screen. We'll go ahead and get started. So we have our apps, we have our background. And the first thing that I'm going to test is I'm going to increase the brightness on both of the phones. Supposedly these screens are supposed to get up to 3,000 nits. My phone is supposed to get up to 2,000 nits. So we're just going to look and compare the screens and just see whether or not we notice any differences. So let's just open up the same web page. We'll go to apple.com. Great. And I mean, judging just right to it, if anything, I would say even the one on the right, my iPhone 14 Pro, looks slightly brighter than the one on the left. Yeah, I mean, I can't really tell the difference. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but both phones look fine. So I guess no complaints there. The next thing we're going to do is let's quickly test the speakers. I just want to make sure that, you know, all the stuff I've heard about not having stereo speakers is like a bad thing. So let's go ahead. We're going to open YouTube. All right, let's not download the app. We'll open up a video on the YouTube website. And we'll just type in iPhone Air. We'll do the same thing here. We'll do it on YouTube as well. iPhone Air. All right, great. Let's just choose this video.
Comparing the iPhone 17 to the brand new iPhone Air.
Okay, so we'll test both of them together. So first we're gonna start with the Air.
iPhone 17 to the brand new iPhone Air. Now I know the Air costs $200 more, and for a lot of you sitting on the fence, this might be the video that helps you decide.
Okay, so I noticed immediately that the sound is just coming from the top speaker. And I think that's expected, right? So it's no stereo speakers. Apple put the speaker at the top, and the bottom is now just an array of mics. With the 14 Pro, we had the speaker grill at the top, and then we also had a speaker at the bottom. So we have stereo speakers. So now I'm going to play the same video on the iPhone 14 Pro and see what that sounds like at full volume.
Now I know the Air costs
Okay, it's a lot louder. It's a lot louder.
Sitting on the fence, this might be the video that helps you decide. Deep standpoint, the iPhone 17 is obviously the safer choice.
Yeah, it's a lot louder.
Standpoint, the iPhone 17.
It's a lot louder, but will I complain about it? I don't know yet. I do like watching videos on occasion by listening it through the speakers instead of putting headphones on. So we'll see. We'll see how we feel about it. I do like the larger screen size. Just slightly larger is a little nicer. Speakers, there's definitely a notable difference. So the next thing and the last thing that we're going to look at is the camera and see whether or not we're going to miss the wide angle lens. So let's go ahead and open that up. So we have our camera app here. And we'll just get the camera app there. And great. So I'm just going to quickly take a look here. So just two zoom modes. That's all we get. 2 zoom modes. And then you have digital zoom beyond the 2. It doesn't pull back out to a wide angle, which is definitely strange comparing that from the 14 Pro. On the 14 Pro, we have 4 different settings. So we have the single zooms, double zoom, triple zoom for the telephoto lens, and then finally we have that wide angle lens. So if we take a look here, we have the wide angle. We could zoom all the way with the telephoto, and then we get a digital zoom. So yeah, there is a difference there. But I don't know if it's enough to deter me from using this phone. Well, time will tell. Time will tell. So we'll see. All right. So this is the very quick unboxing and first impressions. Please get subscribed. We're going to do a full review. I'm going to use the phone for about a full week or two before I give it the full review. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Christian. I'm actually an engineering manager, but I love making these videos. So please get subscribed to see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.